July 15th, 2016. This chronology traces the signals, the anomalies, and the lasting impact of a night that changed Turkey forever. July 9th. President Erdogan largely disappeared from public view. No regular public appearances, limited access for journalists, unusually secretive travel arrangements.
Why it matters. Heads of state typically maintain predictable security and communication procedures. Significant deviations from these protocols strongly imply that intelligence or advance warning of a major security threat has been received.
July 10th. Security forces cleared civilian boats from waters surrounding the presidential compound near Marmaris.
Why it matters. Such measures suggested heightened security awareness several days before the alleged coup attempt. Question: what information prompted these extraordinary precautions?
July 11th. President Erdogan traveled to Marmaris using an unusual route and transportation arrangements.
Why it matters. Military aides responsible for coordinating presidential security were excluded from parts of the planning process. Question: why was the president's location and travel plan reportedly concealed from personnel normally responsible for his protection?
July 14th. A series of unusual meetings took place among Turkey's most senior military and intelligence officials.
Participants included Hulusi Akar, Chief of the General Staff; Yaşar Güler, Deputy Chief of the General Staff; Zekai Aksakala, Special Forces Commander; Hakan Fidan, Director of Turkey's National Intelligence Organization.
July 15th, 2:20 p.m. According to official accounts, an army officer approached Turkey's National Intelligence Organization, MIT, and reported unusual military activity planned for later that evening.
Based on this information, military helicopters would be deployed. Intelligence Chief Hakan Fidan could be targeted. Unauthorized military operations were being prepared. Question: why wasn't a nationwide alert issued immediately upon receiving this information?
4 to 6:30 p.m. Senior military and intelligence officials began a series of emergency consultations, but several notable actions were not taken.
Why it matters. No nationwide security alert was issued. No public statement was made. No emergency instructions were issued to civilians. Question: was it allowed for hundreds of people to lose their lives?
5:40 p.m. President Erdogan's aircraft had been positioned at multiple airports as possible evacuation options. Contingency arrangements existed at several locations, including airports in western Turkey.
Why it matters. Such measures suggest that at least some officials were concerned about a potential security threat before military units appeared on the streets. Question: when were these contingency plans developed? Who authorized them? And what information prompted their implementation?
8 to 8:30 p.m. Messages were sent to AK party members instructing them to gather at party headquarters.
Why it matters. Those who had been preparing for an operation days in advance knowingly dragged their own party members into a conflict. Question: were thousands of citizens used as human shields or bait to achieve subsequent political goals?
9:30 p.m. A large-scale terrorist attack alert was issued, and members of the armed forces were recalled to their duty stations.
Why it matters. While some officers were later accused of actively organizing the operation, many others argued that they had no knowledge that a coup attempt was allegedly underway. Question: how many of the personnel deployed that night understood the true nature of the operation they were participating in?
10 p.m. One direction of the Bosphorus Bridge in Istanbul was closed to traffic by military forces. Military helicopters appeared over Ankara. Television channels began reporting unusual troop movements. For the first time, the crisis became visible to the public.
Why it matters. Never before in world history has a coup attempt been carried out by blocking only a single direction of a bridge. Question: was this tactic deliberate, designed to facilitate the funneling of citizens into the streets?
10:15 p.m. Martial law directives and appointment lists began circulating within military channels. Those documents later became key evidence in criminal prosecutions.
Why it matters. Those documents had numerous anomalies, contradictory appointments, multiple versions of the same document, inconsistencies regarding authorship and distribution.
July 16, 12:05 a.m. By making press statements and connecting to television channels, Erdogan called on his supporters across the country to take to the streets and neutralize the military forces.
Why it matters. During the clashes of this so-called coup attempt, which was not prevented despite advanced knowledge, hundreds of soldiers and civilians lost their lives. Investigations conducted during the court trials revealed that a significant majority of the deceased civilians were shot by bullets fired from weapons that did not belong to the military.
In a short time, on Erdogan's instructions, tens of thousands of people began to be detained and subjected to torture.
Why it matters. The lists for arrests and purges from public office were prepared months before July 15th. Hundreds of thousands of people were arrested. More than 150,000 public employees were dismissed or suspended. Thousands of institutions were closed. Media organizations, schools, charities, and businesses were shut down.
Today, Erdogan, who described the coup attempt as a gift from God, changed Turkey's form of government. The country is now ruled by an authoritarian regime with a democratic facade.
Question: was this false flag operation carried out to gain absolute control over the country?